Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. In today's video, it's Monday. That means news. We've got some big news, including some guaranteed champions to help you fuse Lady Mikage. So that is all coming up. Just a note, I do not have any information on the fusion as of yet. Presumably we'll hear about that later today, maybe tomorrow at the latest. I'm guessing later today is when I'll be able to share that info with you. I'm still not sure, but obviously I'll share fusion info with you as soon as I know. Needless to say, it looks like it does start on Thursday. So that's sort of what to expect there. So what do we have happening over here with these summoning events? Let's dive in. So there's two different days. First of all, we've got this Tuesday. It's the 9th of January. There's going to be a progressive chance event for Kira the Watcher, Dalaja, Elisanya, and Ulfric. So these are obviously three of the epics that you need. Over here, basically Dalaja, Elisanya. I actually don't have her, which makes this a little tempting, and Ulfric, and then you can get Akira the Watcher straight up as well. We've had a guaranteed event for Kira and Tatsu in the past. I think even two guaranteed events for Tatsu at this point. It is only a 15x event, and remember, like I said, we've got the fusion starting later this week. So if you have an absolute ton of shards and you really want to rush to get to get Lady Mikage, who's a fantastic champion, really good champion, by the way, then maybe. But I would say for most people, it's more like, I don't know, you may be more likely to skip this. I mean, I will say, in a 15x event, you build up the chances. And with the epics in particular, pulling a bunch of ancients, like for me, I've got a bunch of ancients. In theory, that's more than enough ancients to do any fusion without any stress. In theory, I could just keep pulling on an X25 chance to get Elisanya. It's not horrendous, but I also think this could be a big way to waste shards. There's also a guaranteed champion event happening here. 40 ancient shards, and you get yourself a Lockwayne. Lockwayne is this epic over here that you need to fuse up into her. So there you go. I will say Lockwayne, he is a little useful on a couple of Curse City stages, but so far he's not an important champion in my opinion to have. I did a whole video on this guy. Look, he's a damage dealer. He hits reasonably hard, but that's about it. Nothing too special. This is not a champion I think you really need, and you can actually fuse him with rares. So I wouldn't be either going out of my way to do this guaranteed for Lockwayne. I have him. I don't really want a second one. I don't really care. It would be nice, but I don't care. I'll pull him eventually. Actually, I've got a second one because I can fuse him up with this, so I'm actually totally fine. Even if I had none of him, though, I wouldn't be in a big rush to do this. Like you will just from participating in ancient chart events, 2x ancients, just by playing the game for a little while. You're gonna get these rares. You're gonna be able to fuse them. So I'm not in too much stress about that. I think it's fairly doable. Yeah, I don't know. If you're missing him, if you're missing lots of stuff, if you're somehow in a position where you're missing all of these, but you've got absolutely tons of shards, then maybe, but I'm not so sure. The next day is more interesting, though. Let's look at that. So here's part 2, which is on Wednesday. That's the 10th of January. There's going to be a 15x for Tatsu, End of Moonbeam, Firegun Isabel, and Endalia. And this one is interesting because at the same time, a guaranteed champion event for... now this says using ancient shards. This is probably wrong, but if that's by your 25th void shard, that's just a typo. So forget that. That would have been a great idea if that was true, but not so. But you can get the guaranteed Weregren Sun Curse by your 25th void shard. This one is interesting. Again, 25 void shards is very expensive. I probably lean towards skipping it as well, right? Weregren, I would say, once again, is a champion that I just don't think is particularly good. I really don't think you need an extra copy of Weregren for anything. You can skip this champion and never miss out. And you can fuse him with just 4 rares. Now, because they're 4 void rares, I think I've done it, so I can't see them. I think they're just 4 void rares. That's a little bit tricky to get, but again, just by playing the game and by pulling in void 2x events, you'll eventually get them. So I don't know. I wouldn't be rushing out for it. Yeah, I just wouldn't be rushing out for it. So, yeah, let me know. What do you think about these two different summoning events? They're pretty spicy, I would say. Like, yes, you can get the epics guaranteed. You can get good pull chances for the epics involved here. I don't know. What do you think? I'm very close to being able to do this fusion. Like, for me, I'm just missing Elisanya. So, for me, maybe it's worth it. Like, I could pull some ancients, try to get Elisanya. It wouldn't be horrendous. Because I've got these good to go. We're just missing her. We could fuse up Akira. Again, I would wait until CVC or Champion Chase to be doing this, depending on which you value more. But I could fuse up then and get Lady Mikage, who is extremely, extremely good, right? The ally attack with everyone, increased attack and crit damage. Shadowkin, ally attack A1 is great. All this buff manipulation and debuff manipulation is fantastic. And that's just her base form. She's a brilliant champion. So she's well worth having. But yeah, I don't know. I'm worried, right? As well, remember, we know that the game... Hang on, let me get this up so we can show you. Here we go. So I guess we'll probably hear about stuff tomorrow, so you don't need to stress too much. You should know about this. But Raid is coming to Steam in approximately 20 hours, right? There's gonna be stuff tying into this. I'd say beyond this. So yeah, I'd expect potentially a very good fusion. I don't know. I would not be rushing out to burn all my shards. I would be saving them well, I guess you'll know when this launches, probably at least, you know, I'm assuming it's a login champion is going to be part of it. But in case there's other stuff, I'd wait. I think I would wait. But then again, I see a lot of people with Lady Mikage, and I don't have her, and I'm kind of jealous, right? So I don't know. Let me know. What would you do? What do you think? I'll be back later if we hear any news on the fusion. And yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you all then. Goodbye.